YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy D Dyson. Just finished Five Nights at Freddy's with Josh Hutcherson. I think I said his name right. A boy from Hunger Games as Mike. And Mike is a guy who kind of, you could tell he was like, he grew up troubled, but you didn't know why. He was a security guard at a mall, and that's how it starts. And kind of flashes out because he's having a dream and he's thinking that some guy is kidnapping a kid. So he wakes up, looks on the monitor, runs to this guy and beats him up in broad daylight. And we're like, wait, what's going on? So that's why I was like, I looked at it and I was like, okay, yeah. So he's growing up trouble, and this is how he has to go into different interventions where they're trying to help this guy find a job because he grew up troubled. So you meet Matthew Lillard's character. Haven't seen Matthew Lillard in a iconic horror movie since Scream. So that's why I was like, to see him back in here, I was like, okay, you know. And he's basically his career advisor to try to help him, you know, find a job and to take care and be a caregiver to his little sister Abby. And as you can see, you know, as it kind of the movie progresses, his aunt is trying to take Abby away from him because it's like, oh yeah, he's unsuit and unfit to take care of her. He has issues, you know. He's probably, you know, trying to put that element that, yeah, he's probably a criminal. He shouldn't be having her, any type of thing. So and Abby kind of doesn't talk to him. she just draws pictures, stays away from him. But she understood that she does not like Aunt Jan because all he looked at her was, when Aunt Jan sees Abby, it's like, nah, she doesn't like me, she's mean, she smells like cigarettes, and all she wants is the money that the state's going to give her for taking care of her. So that's what she wanted, was basically the money. And with Mike, the fast forwarding to the career advisor, gives him a job. It's like, well, it's a night job. And he's like, I can't work nights. And he was like, well, that's tough, you know. And then, you know, you go through the counselor and he's about to lose Abby. So he's like, well, he goes back to the career counselor. Is like, well, I'll take it. And he's like, well, yeah, it's a Five Nights at Freddy's type of gig. And, you know, real popular in the 80s, is shut down, but it's, you know, still operates and stuff like that. It's just, you got to be security there. And when he does his first night, he kind of is like, what's going on? This is really weird. He's still having these dreams, and he meets with, I think her name is Elizabeth, and she's a cop that kind of tells him, is like, what's going on as far as these things. And then you kind of start seeing the aunt does some shady things to try to get Abby away from him, when the babysitter that's watching Abby is really working with the aunt. She has a brother and was like, hey, you know, we could try to find some things that can mess him up and he can't keep his job, so we'll go in there and trash the place. So as they go in and trash the place, that's when the animatronic Five Nights at Freddy's start. They turn on and they kill. So that's why I was like, okay, yeah, they really are possessed. So it's a lot of tropes that you see in a scary movie. It's not scary per se, but rather entertaining, and nevertheless to watch it on Halloween. So I was like, okay, this is like a big October movie that came on Peacock, that was out in the movies, that it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not scary at all. It's just that spooky vibes that you really want to watch for Halloween. And I was here for it. I was pleasantly surprised by the twist in the ending, that I was like, okay, yeah. And just like in Scream, it was the same twist. And I was like, that's why you are really a person that should be around for Halloween movies. And I was like, that was really good. That was really good. And it was tropes that, you know, tied in from the drawings, tied in to the dreams that Mike had. So I was like, everything tied in pretty much perfectly. And I was still telling myself, I'm like, okay, you can kind of keep this open-ended for Five Nights at Freddy's Part 2. Now that what happened in the end, he can really be in control. So I was like, okay, I'm here for it. I really give this a 7 out of 10. Something that you could just turn off all the lights, watch it at night, to really put you in that scary movie vibe. The lights, you know, do do the flashing and stuff like that. So, but it's nothing really where it's kind of going to keep me up at night, like, oh God, I can't go to sleep. So I was presently entertained. And the fact that it's a video game adaptation movie, that I'm still kind of like, okay, it's still nevertheless entertaining, and I was here for it. So, you guys enjoyed my review at Five Nights at Freddy's on Peacock. Subscribe to my channel. Post a comment down below and like the video. It's your boy, D Dyson. Peace.